special to him. So hope we can just get joy out of this final year. And, like you said, we've known each other for forever. So hell of a player, hell of a career. I can go on and on and on, but it's awesome. I mean, he has nothing to hang his head about. He's done pretty much everything that this league had to offer, and I just hope he just takes it all in.
Chris Paul just opened up one of the craziest contract stories the NBA has seen in years. And right in the middle of it is LeBron James. A $60 million deal that was never supposed to be public is now out in the open. And the league is scrambling to fix the fallout. But don't get it wrong. This isn't only about money. This is about trust, control, and the quiet rules that keep the NBA running. When a leader like CP3 shares details about LeBron's money moves, it shakes everything. Team offices stress out, locker rooms start talking, and group chats explode overnight. So how did things blow up this quickly? What did Chris Paul really say? And why is the league acting like this is an emergency? Stick around because this story goes deeper than stats. Go back to early January 2025. The season is moving fast. LeBron James is everywhere. Numbers, news, influence. But away from the spotlight, something else is happening. No basketball plays involved.
I don't give a damn what Mom said. I don't like what he did. I don't have much of a relationship with Lawrence Frank. I've always respected him. I remember when he was the head coach of the Nets. I remember when he was the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. I know the man knows his basketball. I always found it a bit sketchy, iffy. How does Doc Rivers bring you in as an assistant and you end up being the president of basketball operations over him before ultimately assisting and letting?
Chris Paul and LeBron go way back. Banana boat summers, all-star weekends, late-night talks about legacy and business. These are not just rivals or teammates. That's real inner-circle trust. The kind where secrets stay hidden. That's why when rumors hit mid-January that CP3 reportedly shared details about a huge $60 million extension tied to LeBron, the league froze. This wasn't blog talk or TV noise. This came from inside the Brotherhood. And if you want more stories the league doesn't want discussed, hit subscribe and stay locked in. This wasn't from some random outsider. This was linked to someone close, someone tied to the inner circle. At first, nobody believed it. Twitter was a mess. Fans kept asking the same thing again. What deal? What did Chris Paul really say? Is this even real? But then the noise grew louder. Group chats started blowing up. Podcasters lined up timelines. Insiders stopped laughing it off. And suddenly, it clicked. This wasn't fake smoke. This story had legs. The leak reportedly came from a private moment. Some say locker room talk that traveled too far. Others say a casual dinner with players where one sentence landed in the wrong ears. However, it happened, it didn't matter anymore. The damage was already done inside the league.
James played with Chris Paul. Who don't know who Chris Paul is? So before you even get him there, because mind you, with all due respect, Chris Paul would have been sitting at home, if he didn't get picked up by the Clippers. If this was such an issue where you knew who Chris Paul was, what you could have did was, whatever the deadline is in the middle of the season, go ahead and sign him. Sign him, we'll deal with him for the rest of the time or whatever the case may be.
Now here's where it gets tricky. Was this done on purpose? Did CP3 know exactly what he was doing, or was this a rare mistake? Because let's be honest, Chris Paul isn't sloppy. He's careful, smart, and experienced. He knows when to speak and when to stay quiet. That's why this has everyone freaking out. One moment of trust turned into league-wide chaos. And about the deal itself, this wasn't just a normal contract. What people have pieced together points to a $60 million plan tied to LeBron's future. An extension, a change, maybe even a quiet side move the public was never meant to know. The details are still unclear, and that's the real problem. In the NBA, contract talks are meant to stay private. Fans hear about big deals once they're official. But the real talks, the numbers, bonuses, quiet promises between players, agents, and executives, that stuff is supposed to stay locked because once it leaks, everything changes. Players start questioning their deals. Agents use it as leverage. Teams panic and change plans fast. And if there's even a hint of tampering or cap tricks, the league steps in quickly. That's why the NBA is so upset. Not just because something leaked, but because of what it showed. LeBron James isn't just another star. He's the league's standard. His contract set the tone. When LeBron moves, the whole league feels it. So when Chris Paul allegedly shared details of a $60 million deal that wasn't public yet, it wasn't just awkward. It exposed business the NBA works hard to keep quiet. And this is where it gets messy. Was the deal already done or still being worked out? Because if it was still in progress, CP3 just gave out insider info every agent, team, and player would want. That's more than a leak. That's free leverage. Social media went wild. Was this about recruiting, freeing cap space, making room for another star, or something bigger happening behind the scenes? No one knew for sure, but everyone agreed on one thing. This was never meant to be public. Now that it is, the fallout could be massive. And that's where it gets uncomfortable. Chris Paul built his entire reputation on trust. He's the president of the National Basketball Players Association. He's the guy players call when things get complicated. The veteran who knows how to move through NBA politics without causing problems. So when word spreads that he might be the leak, it shakes the whole league. Because let's be real, if CP3 can't keep something quiet, who can? He's been around too long to not understand the stakes. He's seen players get fined, benched, or quietly pushed out for saying too much. He knows the rules. He knows the risk. That's why everyone keeps asking the same question. Why? Some say it was a mistake. Maybe a private moment that wasn't as private as he thought. Maybe he trusted the wrong room. Even smart veterans misread situations. But others don't believe that at all. They think it was on purpose. A message sent without saying it directly. Maybe aimed at LeBron. Maybe aimed at the league. Maybe meant to expose how these quiet deals really work. Social media blew up fast. Fans were split. Some defended CP3, saying honesty is needed. Others said he crossed a line that should never be crossed. Some went further, calling it a betrayal, a break of the unwritten code that keeps players united against owners and media. And then there's LeBron's silence. That's what's driving everyone crazy. No tweets, no interviews, no hints, nothing.